Good morning from the forge. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. If you're in the U.S., if you're not, around the world, be thankful for the blessings you've received. Going to do just a little quick forging today in honor of the mass consumption of calories that we usually do here in the U.S. I'm going to make a little kitchen knife. Got a little piece of 1/8 inch 1084 high carbon. I hate working thin steel. Said it before, I'll say it again, but we're going to see what we can do. Stick around. Let's see if we can make a little straight back blade out of this. Something you can use in the kitchen. Bone your turkey. Have a great day. All right, since this piece of steel was shaped a little bit oddly, we're going to start by forging out what's going to be the blade to a uniform width. And as always, you got to work the flat side to keep the thickness right. And now I think I want to put a little set down in the blade to make a little ricasso area. Keep your finger from sliding forward onto it. And since I don't have a square edge on my anvil, I'm going to use that little anvil block I made. That's going to be our handle to blade transition. And we're going to work into point. Want a really long tapering point on this. And then I'm going to narrow the blade to the same thickness as the set down I made from the handle to blade. There we go. Just a little more. Make sure the thickness is right. Get the width right. It's probably not too bad. Now we're going to set down to what's going to be the very front of the handle, right behind the ricasso. And since I want this blade to be kind of straight, the back of the handle out along the spine, I'm going to hammer the heel of the blade right here and drive that little offset out of the handle. That's not too bad. Looks really odd at this point. Looks really narrow. It'll widen out when we put some bevels in it. I'm going to knock in our backward curve since I do want a straight blade. And I'm going to start pulling the heel down, initially with the cross-peen hammer to get a good square heel, but I showed how to do that on one of my other videos. So I think instead of doing it that way, I'm going to get the anvil block out. So I've got a square edge. And pull that heel down square like this. And as you can see, I'm using that square edge of the anvil block. If you've got an anvil with a good crisp edge, you can use it. I'm pulling it down to get the heel of that blade nice and square by keeping the blade off the anvil. Using my hammer and keeping my blade off the anvil. And that gave me my square heel. Now I can work the bevels out along the rest of the blade. You can see that really taking the curve out, that backward curve out as I hammer in the bevels. We'll just even up the profile a little bit. I left the edge thick because I do intend to do a fairly high polish on this blade. Tend to do quite a bit of grinding and do a fairly high polish. It's not too bad. Yep, I believe that'll do. So we've got the handle just about the right thickness. Make sure we get our hammer marks out, just planish those out. And it's coming out a little bit long, so I figure I probably need to cut it off. Yeah, it's gonna be a little long. Whip it off right about there. Get out the Hardy cutter. And we'll take that handle off. Yeah, I believe that is going to do just fine. All right, got that blade finished up. Just did a quick profile cleanup on the grinder. It was pretty good, didn't need much. Left the edge kind of thick. A lot of times with super thin blades like this, you get warpage during the heat treat. So if you leave the blade a little thicker, it helps alleviate some of that. That's going to be a nice little kitchen knife, nice little boning knife. Anyway, if you're still here, thanks for watching. Gather your family around. Have a great day, and God bless.